The iconic Paul McCartney got back live. A once-in-a-lifetime must-see event. Paul McCartney performing a catalogue of music that's formed the soundtracks of our lives. Casey Centre, October 14th. Get tickets now at highvtix.com.
Oh, yes.
Mom, Dad's being weird again.
Luscious.
Honey,
So full.
it's just grass.
Oh, it's so much more than just grass. It's a healthier, greener, and more luscious lawn. Yours can be too.
Look at you.
With Kabursky Brothers Lawn Care.
Remember, no shoes on the lawn. Because you're so beautiful.
Call or click today.
Murph and Andy, proudly presented by Ramsey Subaru, live and on demand across Iowa everywhere from the Channel Seed Studios. This is Murph and Andy. Murph and Andy, connected by cellular advantage.
Murph and Andy on a Monday. It is good to be with you. Keith Murphy, Andy Fales, Aiden Wyatt in for Andrew Downs today. And Andy, it's good to be here. I'm glad to be here. I feel refreshed.
Well,
Kinda.
good. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen with a vacation. Supposed to come back feeling better.
Yeah, I do. I feel good.
No jet lag or anything?
Little bit. Got me last night about right before sound off. I was ready to crawl into bed and go to sleep, but made it through and happy to be here with you on a Monday. Let's get to the Guest House Tavern and Oyster in West Des Moines. It sets the table for sports and more today. Coming up, who's ranked? The AP poll is out. One of our teams is in it. Also, how's QB1 look over at Iowa Kids Day? Andy and I will do a 45-minute breakdown. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. We're maybe a minute. And then number 3, Andy, free stage reel. I have put together almost every artist appearing on the Iowa State Fair free stage. Free stage is. And also some names I've made up. And you are to pick who is the real free stage artist. That'll be a lot of
sounds like a
pressure.
good game. I don't think I'm going to do very well at that.
I think you're going to do fine.
I haven't recognized a single person that they have
good.
brought up on the free stage, and they all
right.
kind of sound similar.
This could work in my favor. That's coming up. I don't think it'll be
Luke
quite
Bryan
as,
Travis.
It won't be quite as popular as Derby Horse or Weed Strain, but we'll give it a shot. Guest House Tavern, nightly specials, including coming up Wednesday, Walleye Wednesday. That's fresh walleye and salt and vinegar fries for $20. Right now, high or low since the last show.
Presented by Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
Only can Tim Hawkins help you with your retirement planning. He's been participating in something that we're calling State Fair Boss. He actually sent me something that'll come up a little bit later on in the show, and you can check it out and see how good Tim's judgment is here. But he's well known to be somebody who's a good guy to put your retirement accounts in his hands.
State Fair Boss is going to be in the More segment?
Yeah, State Fair Boss in the More segment. We'll explain kind of what's going on there so you can catch up. But back to the State Fair. We had a great time on Friday. It was a lot of fun just being out there with Andrew doing the show, and my family was there as well. So we got to walk all around, and it was a great day to be there. A really big crowd, not so big that you couldn't move, but it was so hot. Oh my God, it was hot. It was 92, 93, but then really humid. So the heat index was up over 100. It was just thick, the air. It was rough. So it was one of those things where like by 6 o'clock, I was done. And Elon and I walked and took the bus back to the state capitol, which I am happy to say that runs, that works so well. That is such a good system that they have.
It is.
There. You step, you go right to gate 10. They file you onto the right bus, sit down in the air conditioning, Wi-Fi, whatever you need, and then they drive you up over to the state capitol near your car. Jump in your car. You've avoided all the bad traffic. Just sat there, chilled out.
Were you in an Iowa Everywhere bus? Is it douchey to get on a bus with your photo on the side of it?
Probably.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I was not. No, it was
Okay.
just I don't know what was on the side of it actually. I didn't notice. It was a nice, heavily air conditioned Dart bus with some nice seats, and Elon and I sat down and we were really glad to have it. And then we went home a little early, and then Eddie and Kahala came home later.
Stayed hydrated. I'm sure I did. I listened to the show Friday on the airplane and really enjoyed it. It was fun. A lot of energy, different guests. You could tell it was hot there at the state fair, but you guys had a good time, and it was an entertaining show. And speaking of the Iowa Everywhere bus, several people have sent photos of the bus, and
I had not seen that yet.
Yeah, we're going to start giving away merch here pretty soon. We'll have more details coming. Just people post a photo, send a photo. We'll send a T-shirt or hat or something for just having fun with it. But you would think by some of the photos have already been sent to me that this bus is just everywhere. So appreciate it. It is hard to miss. That's a distinctive looking bus, but not the bus you rode.
No, well, we didn't get in on that side. That's not the side with the door. So I didn't, or maybe, is it on both sides or is it on
the
one
other side is two guys. And I think
I would have noticed that too.
Yeah, and Chris Williams is on the back by the exhaust.
With the two guys sticker?
No, I'm just kidding.
There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we got a whole bus.
Yeah, it's a big bus.
That's
nice.
Good. Okay.
That's very good.
I have I did not get on that one. I would have definitely noticed that.
It'd be hard to miss. I'm going high here. We finished up since I did the last show. We finished up our trip to Switzerland, and I would guess that I probably won't be back there, but I'm so glad I went. It was a childhood dream of mine to go there because of the views like this. For those of you who are watching, I mean, it almost looks like I'm looking at a painting or a poster or something photoshopped out the windows, but we saw views like that everywhere, and they were breathtaking. It's a long flight. It's 10 hours just to get to Atlanta. So it's a long trip there. We had 24 hours of travel coming back with layovers and connections, and I probably won't do many more trips like that, but I'm so glad that I got to go. And then Friday, right before we left, on the bridge in Zurich, Jenny and I took this selfie at the river, and you wouldn't believe that less than 24 hours, this same bridge, Andy, would look like this. This is the world's largest techno street party. 1 million people. And this is all around the Hotel Europe where we stayed. Like 50 DJs, more than a dozen huge stages.
This is Zurich, you said?
Yeah, it's Zurich.
Zurich, okay. All right.
The day we left. This is Zurich the day we left.
So like an EDM party, like
yep. It's the biggest techno party in the world, and it's free. So 1 million people come up, and as we were getting ready to leave, like everybody was nice and polite about it, but they were also pulling in all their furniture. They were like the hotel where we stayed, which is right in the thick of what you're seeing right here, with the 1 million people gathered around these stages. They were putting up some ropes around the hotel. The cab driver was talking about how inconvenient it is for the next day because you can't get anywhere near downtown. You can't go there. And it's hard to get your mind around that many people coming into one city for a one-day event.
Yeah, dude from Iowa brings up a good point there. That's the kind of picture that gives bridge engineers anxiety attacks.
Ooh. Yeah.
Man, I mean, that's
how about that?
That's a lot of weight on that bridge for a long time. It's not, traffic just passing back and forth on it. That is a constant giant weight
with
on
the
that
beat
thing.
too.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Rocking the foundation a little bit itself, kind of cutting loose some of the mortar.
Everybody we saw was so nice, including this influx of people that started showing up to go to this techno street parade, which is also by the time we left, the entire river was full of boats where people had.
I was going to say there's a lot of room in the water.
Anchor.
Yeah.
And they pulled up by the next day, dropped anchor there to be there for that street party. But it, no problems. But this is how unaware we were. We showed up on Swiss National Day and couldn't figure out why everything was closed on a Friday. It was a national holiday. And then we left on the day of the world's largest techno party, having no idea that was taking place.
Well, I knew that you didn't do a lot of pre-trip research. You didn't even know
Correct.
where you were going. You just knew Switzerland, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
That was like the day you were leaving.
Yep, that's right. You said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't really know.
I'm just
I'll find out when we get there."
Gonna tell
but
me, yeah.
It all worked out. Now let's get the buzz.
The Buzz. Brought to you by Logier Heating and Cooling.
Lozier Heating and Cooling, dedicated to providing solutions to Des Moines area families for nearly 120 years. The Buzz is the AP football poll. It is out. It came out. The AP poll first came out in 1936. The first number one team in the first AP poll was the Minnesota Gophers. So that's how much things have
That's how long
changed.
ago it was.
Yeah. The new poll, Texas, number one. First time Texas, believe it or not, has ever been the preseason number one in the AP poll. Does that surprise you? It surprises me. Number one.
You just wonder how that could be.
Yeah,
right?
I do wonder.
That should never have. I can't believe. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember Texas ever being number one. I didn't think that they were number one. But I am still surprised that with all that money in the football state, the king pig in that football state, that they've never been the preseason number one.
Number one, yes, narrowly ahead of Penn State. So you have SEC and Big Ten at the top. Ohio State, the defending national champion, is 3. Then Clemson, 4 out of the ACC. Then number 5 is Georgia, Notre Dame, the Independent at number 6. Then you have Oregon 7, Alabama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10. Think again about that top 10. Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami. Talk about a predictable top 10. That could be just about any year for at least the past decade. And Andy, to a point we talked about last Wednesday, something to note here. The past 10 national champions have all started in the top 6. So if you look at the top 6 right now, your national champion, in all likelihood, and not surprisingly, is in that top 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, Clemson didn't stay down long, did they?
No.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
right back up. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We could pick this thing out of a hat, blindfolded, at the beginning of the season, middle of last season, 5 years ago in the middle of the season. Well, really, you're going to be pretty close. Second 10 is kind of interesting, though.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
A lot of interesting stories in there.
Big 12, first team in the Big 12, Arizona State, the defending champ from the Big 12 at 11. Then Illinois. This is Illinois' highest ranking. I'm sure your friend will know this. In, I think, 35 years since 1990, Illinois is number 12. And South Carolina, Michigan, Florida, SMU, Kansas State, 17, Iowa State's first opponent. Then Oklahoma, in what would be a bounce back year to be 18. Texas A&M with all that money should be better than 19, but at 19. Then Indiana in the top 20, just something you still can't get your mind around. And as we look at the final 5, Ole Miss, Iowa State, and the AP. Somebody at Iowa State, get the AP a logo from sometime recently. I don't even remember what that logo is.
Yeah, I know, but I like it better than the I-State one.
Fair point. Texas Tech is 23. And Texas Tech has all kinds of players in with NIL money, so we'll see if Tech stays that low. And Tennessee 24, Boise State 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's a preseason poll.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We talk about how meaningless the preseason poll is, except for picking a national champion. It's always pretty accurate.
Yeah, and I think we could do that.
Yeah, we could.
Also, I think this poll is more interesting. We should note, too, for the many Hawkeye fans watching, listening, Iowa is not ranked. I don't think you're surprised by that. Yeah. Iowa did just get, I think, 5 votes, did get some votes, but below Nebraska in the votes. But Iowa is not ranked. I think part of what makes this poll more interesting is the first college football game of the year involves Iowa State, and it's a conference game, and it's against Kansas State. That already makes this arguably the biggest first game Iowa State's ever played in football. But now you have a top 25 matchup for just the third time in the 100-plus year history of that series where both teams are in the top 25. So that game is going to get a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean it would anyway. I mean it's the first game. Everybody's starving for football. It's one of those games that everybody just is so hungry for football. They don't really care who's involved. They're watching anyway. It's a really good opportunity for one of these teams to take a big, strong step forward. Obviously, get a win against another ranked team. What I hope doesn't happen is that one of these teams, drops way off later in the season, and this first game ends up not meaning nearly as much as we want it to mean. But this is fun. I don't know that Iowa State fans needed any more fuel to put on the fire of their interest over this game, but they got it. This is big. I'm trying to think back to the other big openers. There was the Eddie Robinson Classic at Arrowhead Stadium.
That was big, and
and Iowa State wasn't ranked though that year, right?
No, it had bowl game field. Now they would become ranked because they came down to that final play, the Seneca controversial.
Was that the Texas Tech run year, the Seneca's run, and
I believe it's the same year, and then
the win at Iowa.
Iowa State comes. That's the season Iowa State comes from behind to beat Iowa over in Kinnick Stadium. That was a great Iowa team. Yeah. And then where it all kind of starts to come apart, Todd Bailey and I are at Oklahoma, and I think Iowa State is maybe number 9 for that game. They've climbed way up, and it's like 35-0 at halftime, and Iowa State has like -2 yards, and then it never recovered from that beatdown.
That's one of those seasons that we have gotten more traction, more sports talk topics out of that football season. I mean, we should probably rank the biggest story seasons of all of our teams, all of the different sports. That's in the top 3 though. The 2002 football season.
I think it'll be number 1 if you take into account both Iowa and Iowa State.
Because Iowa has an incredible season after that game that Hawkeye fans will never forget. But that just had, for Iowa State, it had just wild ups and downs to it. But so wasn't there another year where they played at Arrowhead Stadium against Kansas State? 2004 or 5-ish.
I know Iowa played Kansas State.
Or was that Iowa? Maybe that was Iowa. That was I think that
Iowa
was
State
Iowa.
played at Arrowhead against K-State in 2008, 9-ish, I think. But I don't think it was a season opener.
No, so that's not the one I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the Iowa game. Yeah.
Yeah, those were fun games. Mm-hmm. Those were events. Those felt like bowl games back when bowl games mattered more outside the college football playoff than they do now. We have a quickie poll. It's presented by WCI Pools and Spas in Ames and Urbandale. And it's just, of these 2 polls, which do you pay more attention? Now, the AP has Iowa State in about the same spot, has Kansas State a little higher. Iowa's not ranked in either. And then we have the coaches poll, which came out first. Coaches poll, Iowa State, 22, K-State 20. For me, Andy, it's easily the AP. It's flawed. They're both flawed. but the coaches poll is more flawed because often it's not the coach who even fills it out. And there's just no way to remove from the equation that the coaches have a conflict of interest in propping up the teams on their schedule and in their conference so that their wins and losses look better. And that is a huge thing. Now, the AP has its own problems. I voted in the AP poll at one time, and I removed myself from it because I realized that I just really know the teams in my region, so I was not qualified to be making these.
Yeah, but not everybody
decisions.
does that. Everybody loves that power that they have, or that honor of being a voter in the AP poll. So even though they don't know those other teams, they still vote in it. I mean, it's easily the AP for me, because I think that we never talk about the coaches poll without first taking a shit on it and just saying, well, there's the coaches poll, which of course is totally flawed, and the coaches, they try to swing things one way or the other to make themselves look better. It's always prefaced with that or some form of
conflict of interest
disclaimer,
warning.
at the beginning. So it's just flawed from the moment you even mention it. So I don't even know why they have that poll. I mean, really, why have they continued to have that poll?
I think it's tied in with USA Today at this point. Isn't that right?
Well, okay, great. That's not good enough reason.
And even the AP poll only matters until the college football playoff poll comes out, and then you're like, oh, this no longer matters.
That thing gets big-footed out of the stratosphere. Just boom, gone.
At WHO 13, we use the AP poll right up until the college football playoff poll comes out, and then that's wiped out. You can interact on YouTube, on X. It's Murph_Andy. The email is Murph_Andy at iowaeverywhere.com, and it is all powered by the Cellular Advantage, proudly representing U.S. Cellular since 1993 with 35 regional locations, and Ramel is at the one I go to.
Yeah, that's
nice
the one
guy.
over in Urbandale. Yeah, you can make that process so easy for you.
Yeah,
Switch
just go
into a
in
new
and
phone. Yeah,
say, can I talk to the man? And they
Need a new
know just who
phone,
you mean.
I don't want to do any other work. He will do it all.
All right, all other hot topics. Kids Day at Kinnick, also known as, does Iowa finally have a competent Big Ten quarterback? So this took place Saturday. Legends and listeners on Iowa Everywhere with Chad Leistico and Scott Docterman has a long breakdown of this, and Andy and I won't try to equal that or top it, and we're certainly not qualified to do so. I was not there. I have watched the video of the scrimmage, and I think the main thing we're all looking for is Mark Gronowski as good as some people think he is. We know he's a proven FCS national champion and player of the year and all that, but this is the Big Ten. Mixed results. He had a couple of fumbles. He threw a pick six. He can push the ball down the field, which is something Iowa has not been able to do for years. So I still think it's a big upgrade at quarterback, but it's Kids Day. And this was, you can even see in the play calling here, Andy, they're not going to show you much, but they showed even less than I was expecting. Like, this could not have been much more vanilla approach to the scrimmage. I mean, it was very, very basic.
They didn't even clear the whole field.
Yeah, it's like a controlled practice. Would be a better word.
They're playing half court here. And you're looking at Mark Gronowski and seeing how does he move? How healthy does he look?
He looked healthy.
Does he look better than Cade McNamara did?
Yes.
And I think everybody's looking at that. And that's really all you get from that kind of thing. Other than that, you just want to see the uniforms again. You want to see some form of football to put you in the mood. And, everybody knows what this is about and what you can and what you can't draw as far as conclusions go out of what you see.
Yeah, and it is a reminder, like the Cade McNamara, huge disappointment.
Yeah, was he using the laces?
Yeah, he was using the laces, so that's a step forward. He looked way better than Cade McNamara, who the one thing from Kids Day last year was that Cade McNamara looked really bad, and it actually did end up meaning something. Like, he was not good at all. Before him, you had Deacon Hill, who was bad, and Spencer Petras, who has actually gone up in retrospect because of the quarterbacks who followed him. Brendan Sullivan was likable and a good running quarterback, was not an accurate passer. Also coming out of the scrimmage, Hank Brown, who started some games at Auburn, he looked good. Mm-hmm. So if Mark Gronowski isn't as good as hoped and expected, the name of the guy that the fans will start calling for, as Hawkeye fans always do when the starting quarterback is not performing as hoped, is Hank Brown.
That's a good way to put it. Because with other teams, you might be saying, if Mark Gronowski doesn't work out, the guy you may see is Hank Brown. Not at Iowa. We're not going to see Hank Brown unless Mark Gronowski is injured. He's not going to get any playing time unless he is. I don't know how ineffective he has to be, but we know Kirk Ferentz doesn't like to switch his starting quarterback, especially not one that they paid a lot of money for. That's really a proven guy. I mean, he's going to let this guy work things out for as long, and I don't think he's going to take that long to work it out. I think he's going to be fine. But I mean, we know the way Kirk Ferentz operates. It doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is. That is him. That is his character.
To that point, the Citrus Bowl, I sent out like a therapeutic post of, I am so uncomfortable watching this. Can somebody please help get Deacon Hill out of this game? It was like watching, I compared it to watching a kid melt down in Little League on the pitcher's mound, and you want the Little League coach to go pull the kid off the mound because it's uncomfortable for everybody, but it's the Little League, it's the kid's father, and he wants to teach him a lesson, so he just leaves him out there, and everybody in the stands is like this. That's what it was like watching Deacon Hill at that Citrus Bowl. He's throwing pick sixes, fumbling, no confidence, and he finally was pulled. But, man, it was a couple of drives after you're like, please, for Deacon Hill's sake, get him out of this.
Bowl game.
That was a bowl game.
Fans have been saying that for weeks.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, to your point. Cam Little, that's a name I did not know until this weekend, but he kicked a 70-yard field goal for the Jaguars. Now, this isn't the NFL record because it's a preseason game, and you're going to take chances with long field goals in a preseason game that you wouldn't take a chance on unless it's the end of the half or something because of field position in a regular season game. But this is where we are now. We will one day see a 70-yarder in a game.
Right, yeah, and it shouldn't be surprising. I mean, Tom Dempsey kicked a 63-yarder in 1971, I think it was.
The record stood for a long time.
For a long time. I don't think it was finally broken by Jason Elam when he was kicking in Denver. Right,
in the thin air,
a mile in the thin air, and I think it's been broken by somebody else by also after that. But I mean, still, that's only 7 yards longer than Tom Dempsey with half a foot did it at sea level in Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. But I mean, these guys, it's a soccer style kicker now, not the straight on toe kicker that you used to have during Tom Dempsey's time. And these guys have all got, much more advanced workout routines. They're probably stronger. Everything, the football's probably better. I mean, everything about it, but still, that's only 7 yards. I'm almost surprised it's not like 80 by now because the other records have fallen, earlier and by a wider margin than this.
Yeah, it's also an indicator that extra point, if you want any suspense in it, you still got to move it back farther than it is now. I mean, it's still more than 90% of the time the extra point is good. I know the NFL doesn't like any non-action plays, which is why this year you're going to see far more kick returns because the ball comes out another 5 yards this year if you touch back, and you don't want somebody to start at the 35-yard line. You're with kickers like this guy, you're a couple first downs away from points if you start at the 35.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like an NBA game where is the playing surface big enough for these guys still? I mean, does it need to get bigger?
No.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Marty says Justin Tucker has the record now at 67 yards.
67. Wow.
Well, Justin Tucker is awesome, but still, I mean, even that is that's only a 4-yard improvement on Tom Dempsey.
Yeah, and
that's amazing.
Dempsey couldn't have been on turf either, right?
No, he was on just muddy, mushy old grass. It like probably the water table was like an inch below the blades of grass.
Let's spend too much time on the Tom Brady statue here for a moment, because this is a guy.
Statues.
Now that's actually Tom Brady there, not the statue. But so Brady comes to the statue unveiling, and if anybody deserves a statue while they're still alive and living as a player, it's a guy who's won 7 Super Bowls. So this is a statue I understand the Patriots having, but the statue itself, there's just the head is disproportionate to like the head's too small. It's like and I know we're hard on these statues, but it's like a reverse bobblehead. Like it just doesn't fit the rest of the statue. It's too small.
Yeah,
needs a bigger head.
I wonder if the head was done separately. And then he put it on. The guy's like, "Oh shit,
got it."
I worked so hard on that face. Because
I spent 6 years on this.
It's usually the face that screws it up, right? I mean, you see the face and you're like, "Oh God, that looks like a mongoloid. That doesn't look anything like."
I think it was Dwayne Wade that looked like he's going to walk out on his own statue unveiling because it looked nothing like him.
Cristiano Ronaldo was just awful. I mean,
they took this handsome guy and made him ugly.
Like an alien, yeah. And so I imagine that they work really hard on the face, and then this guy like maybe welds the head on later on. He's like, oh man, it's just a tick off. It's a tick off. It needs to be
a little bigger. This I think overall this is pretty good.
Look at the size of the 12 compared to his head.
I know. There's a little bit of Robert Patrick T-1000 vibe here from Terminator 2.
Yeah. Maybe a little too prominent of a brow line there. Is that a little Neanderthalish?
Yeah, and
a little
do you
bit
think
protruding forehead, prominent forehead?
Do you think at any point they're like, all right, what do we do with Brady here? Do we go with, after he's had some of the work done, do we go with when his hair was starting to recede or now that it's like in full Gary Dolphin halfway down the forehead type growth? But I think they went with a good conservative cut here.
I think, honestly, you got to turn I'm sure we're to the point technology-wise.
Beetlejuice.
Well, you could turn this over to a computer, right? I mean, and they could just nail it. They could the computer could just get it right. I understand that takes some of the artisticness out of it. But so what, man? It's so important to get that face right. And if the sculptor screws it up, he ain't working again. I mean, he's done, right? I mean, you got one job: make the face of the sculpture look like the person. Like Lucille Ball, I mean, that guy didn't do any more sculptures after that. He was done.
Yeah, that ended his career, I think. Andrew Bailey asked if they gave Tom Brady a butt chin, and that does. Well, it does look like your chin on Tom Brady. Does Tom Brady normally have a butt chin?
I think he's got like the bullet hole in the middle, doesn't he? Just like the dent.
But this statue is full butt chin here. Okay, we're going. Yeah, he's got a little dent there.
Yeah,
look at that hair just coming back.
Aiden, bring up that statue one more time. I see this. Give me the wide shot again. I remember one time, Hassel was in town and I had a barbecue to go to. And we went to these guys' barbecue and they had a dog that like the head was too small for its body. And I walked in and I was like, all right, there is absolutely a 100% chance that Hassel notices that.
Oh no.
And that he brings it up. We walk in and the dog's running around and he just turns to me. He's like, that dog's head is too small for its body.
Oh, he didn't say it to the whole group though.
No, he didn't say
it.
No. He said it to me. Not to the whole group. He didn't know anybody else there. He was just like, that dog's head is too small.
By the way, I didn't realize till you said go back to this wide shot, and thank you for doing that. This statue is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Tom Brady and Robert Kraft down here. In comparison to the size of this, I don't know the height of the statue. That thing's got to be 15 feet.
His thigh pads are twice as big as his head. Look at that.
Somebody says Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it is kind of like on Howard Stern, just a tiny little head.
Oh, my goodness. All right, that's the Tom Brady statue. Andy, I got some video of this. We couldn't get away from this guy in Zurich, and I wanted to get your reaction here. So I'm just doing a pan shot across what I thought was a scenic courtyard here, and like, oh, this is good. And there's some really cool buildings here. It's very old. What? Hey, hang on. What did I just say? What is this dude sunbathing with like a crop top on?
Is he wearing a sports bra?
So then
Is he wearing
later,
a man's ear?
Sure enough, getting this bike trail, and there he is again. Saw him again.
Jenny took this video, didn't she?
I don't remember. Maybe. Probably not.
I was
though,
waiting
because
for
it was
the dick
horizontal.
laser to come out at some point in that video, I'll be honest.
Jeez, please don't encourage her. That's a story for another
Kind of
time.
conspicuous. I mean, the guy, he doesn't notice that you're recording him.
I don't think he cares. I mean, it doesn't look. I did have one faux pas though. I was from a distance, and they have these in Zurich. They have places where people pay to go on the beach on the river, and they're really crowded, and there's hundreds of people just all jammed together. And I took a photo from a distance, and of course you can pinch and zoom on photos. I didn't realize that many of the women were topless. But it was pointed out to me.
Well, it's Europe
several times.
Yeah,
it's Europe.
That's what they do. It is strange. It's strange until you see it, and then you're like, why do we do it the way that we do it? Why did we ever say that women in the United States can't go topless?
I know you're pro topless.
Well, I mean, but like it seems like a random thing. We're like, well, men, you can go ahead and do that. But women, no. No,
too much mammary.
Can't do that. Yeah.
Andy, it's now time for a game of free stage, real or fake. In each of these groupings of two, one of the singers or bands is real and performing at this year's Iowa State Fair on a free stage, and one is a name that I made up.
Okay, which one's real and which
one's real,
not?
one's fake. You tell us which one is real. Okay?
Yep, I'm ready.
Willie Russell or Waylon Wyatt?
Waylon Wyatt is real.
Waylon Wyatt is real.
Okay.
Creed Bratton or Creed Fisher?
Creed Fisher is real.
That's right.
Okay, because Creed Bratton sounded too much like Creed Stratton. No, Creed Gratton, and he's from The Office.
That's Creed Bratton.
Creed Bratton.
Yep,
Okay.
that's Creed Bratton.
Wait. Did you say his name was Creed Bratton or Creed Stratton?
Bratton.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the dude from The Office.
Yeah. Well, that was good. You knew that. I didn't know if you'd know his
Okay.
last name. Castles in the Sky or Costellos?
Costellos is real.
You haven't missed yet.
Okay.
Doing really well. You're doing a lot better than Derby Horse or Weed Strain.
That game's hard.
I know.
Yeah, you were playing that one, though.
Cash Money or Cassius Culpepper?
Cassius Culpepper is real.
It is.
Wow.
All right, geez, you're killing it. Taylor-inspired dance party or Being Beyonce?
Oh, that's the toughest one yet. Being Beyonce is real.
No.
Oh,
Taylor-inspired dance party is
dang
real.
it, they were my perfect game.
Country Funtry or Holy Rockarollas?
Holy Rockarollas is real.
It is, yes. William Clay Green.
Country Funtry.
Hey, I'm not as good at this as you are. I'm trying.
All right.
William Clay Green or Robert Wyatt Brown?
Oh, man. William Clay Green or Robert Wyatt Brown. William Clay Green is real.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Tanner Black or Drake White?
Tanner Black is real.
No, Drake White is real.
Damn. All right.
4 score or 6 appeal?
I want it to be 6 appeal, but I think 4 score is the real one.
It's 6 appeal.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'm actually happy I missed that one. 6 appeal.
Joe Jewell or Ron Diamond?
Oh man, these are 2 kind of bad names. On the free stage, Ron Diamond's on the free stage.
Ron Diamond is on the free stage. The End or The Fresh?
The End would be a Doors cover band, right? It's a good name for one, but I don't think they're playing at the State Fair. I think it's the other one.
The Fresh?
The Fresh is real.
It's The End.
Oh, okay. All right. Doors cover band?
Yep, I would guess. I don't know. Pecos and the Rooftops or Taco and the Food Trucks?
Pecos and the Rooftops is real. Taco and the Food Trucks. That's a really good name, though.
Oh, okay. Caribbean Queens or Electric Avenue?
80s bands here. Let's see, is this Eddie Grant or Billy Ocean? Caribbean Queens or Electric Avenue? Electric Avenue is the real one.
It is. Separated Stepsisters or Not Quite Brothers?
Separated Stepsisters or Not Quite Brothers? Not Quite Brothers is real.
Yes, it is. All right. Journey from the Heart or Heart for the Journey?
Journey from the Heart is the real one.
That's correct. And finally, Red Farron or Fox and the Pound?
Red Farron is real. Fox and the Pound should be, though. Fox and the Pound.
You did really well. You did really well. Aiden Wyatt, how do you feel about having your name in like 5 different nominees there?
Well, it's my cousin Waylon Wyatt, of course. You know,
there were a bunch of Wyatts. There was Wyatt as a first name, Wyatt as a middle name, Wyatt as a last name.
Yeah,
it was an honor.
That was good. Okay, Confluence, the official beer of Murph and Andy. Confluence having a big week at the State Fair. Andy, you probably had a couple of Confluences Friday. I think you had one during the show.
We had one to start off the show that was gigantic. And it must have been like a $20 beer. It was so big. It was a giant Des Moines IPA. It was amazing. And I felt compelled to drink it kind of fast because it was so hot. Oof. It was getting kind of warm, so I drank it pretty quickly. Made me feel really good for the rest of the show, but it hit the spot.
Let's get some more here on a Monday.
But wait, there's more from Either Or Eatery and Patio.
Either Or had a big week last week as the weather shaped up a little bit, got a little bit better, and the patio was jamming, so crowded. It's kind of a tough week for restaurants or a tough 10, 11 days for restaurants with the State Fair in town.
What is going on with this graphic?
I don't know. Just more, half of my face, and Either Or.
Oh, wow.
That's all right. It works.
Yeah, it does.
It gives you the message there.
I like it. I'm intrigued by it.
Well, it's been 5 years now since the Derecho hit us.
5 years.
Yeah, look at this. Remember this? The craziest radar I think I've ever seen.
I had never heard of a derecho. Apparently, I had my head in the sand, but when Ed and our meteorologist started throwing the term out there on the air, I was like, what? A derecho?
We didn't know what it was. Jerry Ann was saying derecho for the longest time, and we were like, everybody's like, what? How do you pronounce that? And no one was really sure. It wasn't a term that was invented then. It was I think, an old term. It was just one that we hadn't put into use.
Yeah.
And we've never forgotten it since because it just went crazy. Hit Central Iowa, hit us around 10 a.m. I can remember the sky just going pitch black. Saw this kind of stuff all over the place. Down Grand Avenue, these gigantic 100-year-old trees that were just completely blown over, not snapped in half, didn't have their branches blown off. The whole thing got just blown over, roots and all, uprooted the whole thing. Put it across roads everywhere. They covered 689 miles all the way across the northern Midwest. More than 2 million people were without power for a week. More than 2 million were without it for a week. That's crazy. 65% of the trees in Cedar Rapids were destroyed. Lost 65% of their canopy. Remember that?
I remember
the
being over
piles?
there and just seeing some of the drone footage from over there, and it just you couldn't get your mind around what had happened.
They couldn't get to people to help them. To like electricians couldn't get to the homes to get the power back on. It was an absolute mess. It was the messiest storm. I mean, tornadoes will hit one town harder than this, but this hit so many different places. I can remember Jeff Nicholson from P&P Small Engine. He sold out all of his chainsaws immediately. He went and bought all these chainsaws, and then he started delivering to people. He just put them in a truck and started delivering them. And then I think he was gone for a while he was using chainsaws, trying to help people.
Yeah.
It was just nuts. $11 billion in damages in America. So just like that, Des Moines swimming pools are closed for the season.
Really?
Yeah. This was
already.
Yeah, this was the set end date. But yeah, we get to the state fair, start having a hard time. People start thinking about back to school. They have a hard time staffing the pools, and they shut them down for the season.
Seemed like a short swimming season.
Really short. Yeah, you're all excited when it opens. You're like, oh, summer's here. The pools are open. And then they're closed that quickly. All right, let's catch Murph up. Go back to the state fair and catch him up on the search for the state fair final boss. So, Aiden, have you seen this guy at all? Have you seen him at all? This guy, Jack Kay, is his name. A British dude of whom a video was shot last week in Ibiza, the island off the coast of Spain. It was viewed more than 40 million times on TikTok and Instagram. First of all, I mean, he's just grooving, kind of a pissed off look on his face. But this is his hair. He's not wearing a hat, Murph.
That's not a hat?
No, he's got like this Joan of Arc, like Crusades era mushroom cut.
Yeah, that's even different than Lego hair.
And he's got like these phosphorescent white teeth. The videos called him the Ibiza final boss, like in a video game when you're getting to the end of the level and you meet the final boss. Or at the end of the video game, you meet the final boss, and it's some big, huge, totally exaggerated villain, and it takes a long time to beat the final boss. Well, this is the final boss. And then, so everybody's passing this video around of him dancing to the techno. And
yeah, he's probably in Zurich.
Somebody shows him the video. And, I mean, now clearly they're making fun of him. They're making fun of his hair and it's just his outfit. They're making fun of him, but he sees it, and either because he's oblivious to it or whatever. I mean, he just loves it. You know, he loves the fact that he's famous. I think he's pretty oblivious, doesn't realize he's being made fun of, but I mean, he steps into it and owns it. And all these other videos, these extra videos start coming out of the final boss. And then he's like talking to him. He's like, I'm Jack Kay, Ibiza final boss. What's up, man? And he goes home. But the resort in Ibiza is getting so much pub off of these videos, they bring him back.
Smart.
To keep partying and taking more videos with people that want to see the final boss. So we put it out there. We're looking for his equivalent at the Iowa State Fair. If there was an Iowa State Fair boss, what would that guy look like? And we've gotten some emails with pictures that have started to come in. There's this guy walking around the Varied Industries building with the Lickalotopus T-shirt, and as he's holding his toddler kid.
Yeah.
Lickalotopus is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
That's what his shirt says out there.
I mean,
Being a family man.
You're making a statement with that shirt while you're carrying your toddler around, for sure.
Got the mullet. Looks like some cargo shorts there.
Yeah.
And then we did get another guy that's really kind of cut right out of the same cloth as Jack Kay. So Tim Hawkins saw this guy. Sent this to us. This guy has got matching shirt and long shorts. What does that say on there? Aiden, can you see that? I'm too blind.
Both
I
look
have
like,
no idea what that says.
Yeah. Oh, now I am seeing the letters because it looks like he's wearing the drapes, Scarlett O'Hara style. Like he got some. He's in like some kind of Art Deco hotel, and he decides to make an outfit out of the drapes.
we blurred out his face, but he does have the Ibiza Final Boss haircut going.
Oh, does he? I see
he's
it
got a
bit.
mushroom cut going. So this is a pretty good one.
The Ibiza Final Boss, that looks like a driver's cap backwards on his head. That blows me away.
It does, and from afar, that's what it looks like. And then you see some of the other videos, you're like, oh my God, that's his hair. Wow. It's amazing. I assume he cut that himself. Keep these pictures coming in. We're going to find this final boss for once and for all.
Yeah, we have a week to find him, almost a week.
More from the State Fair. Reviews of the pickle lemonade at Campbell's Concessions are mixed at best. Jason Clayworth of Axios has some thoughts. First of all, he points out it's $9 for the souvenir cup. He says this is a lemonade with a big shot of pickle brine thrown into it. He says it starts weirdly intriguing, but then it mutates into sour swamp water spiked with vinegar overload. He says he doubts vodka could even save it. He gives it he's got a butter ranking. 1 stick is meh, 5 sticks don't miss it. Aesthetics, he gives it a 1 stick of butter. Creativity, 2 sticks of butter. Overall taste, 1 stick of butter.
I love pickles and I love lemonade. That does not seem like a good combination to me. This is not the Arnold Palmer. Let's take lemonade and tea. Hey, surprisingly, it works. This doesn't seem like that. And also $9. I've bought lemonade most years at the State Fair, and I'm always blown away by like how little lemonade goes into
So
that.
much
I mean,
ice.
it's full of ice. Yeah. Handed to you. It's probably 4 ounces of lemonade.
Yeah, it goes so fast, and it's such a bummer when you run out of that lemonade because it's so stinking good. The craft beer tent, I'll have to say, is better than ever. We went in there.
Good.
They got a good system moving people out. Confluence is in there. Got all sorts of. It's all Iowa beers, obviously, but they're from all over the state. Good place to try new stuff, old favorites. But they have a good system for getting tickets and then walking up and getting a beer. Even though it was absolutely packed, it flowed very smoothly. I was impressed. Also have some really good merch there. We got to find out who's doing their merch and steal some of those ideas. And finally, America Online is finally ending its dial-up internet service. Will be ending at the end of September. Yes, It was still going. There were around 163,000 U.S. households that still use dial-up internet as a way to connect to the internet, accounting for about 1% of the nation's household internet subscriptions. Many Americans started with AOL. I know I did. As they learned to use the internet and that dial-up internet AOL sound, that how did it sound? That there was a little chime that was in like they put in "You Got Mail."
It's really distinctive.
The dial-up service connected to a conventional telephone line, which is harder and harder to believe, which meant picking up the landline phone would cut off your web connection. God, that seems like it's 50 years ago. It's like 20 years ago, really.
Boy,
25
it's
years
moving
ago.
awfully fast.
Yeah, it's gone. So at the end of September, those poor people are going to have to figure out something else. I guess while they're at it, they should go ahead and get a DVD player. Maybe get themselves some cable television as well. Treat themselves.
Maybe.
That's your more, everybody.
Time now for Throwdowns on Murph and Andy.
Throwdowns. It's Throwdowns. Backed by Heartland Tire and Auto.
Heartland Tire and Auto treating you like family. I'm filling in for AD today, but he came up with questions. So if you don't like him, take it up with him. Murph, first of all, of these three choices, which is ESPN's best acquisition as of late? Let me pull it up here. You got Red Zone, Inside the NBA, or WWE?
Oh, I'm going to go a little out of the box with my thinking on this. I think it's Inside the NBA because I think the Red Zone is basically going to be the same wherever it is. That would be the hope. And WWE is not going to change depending on the carrier. But Inside the NBA immediately gives ESPN something it did not have, which is a great basketball show. And they have so much basketball content, but their shows have been bad, and they've tried so many different combinations to compete with Inside the NBA, and they never got it. They never even came close to getting it. So if you can't beat them, have them join you. So I think that is the one that it's not the most profitable one. NFL trumps everything, but I think it's the one that could do them the most good.
I agree with that. I'll go a different direction just for fun. I think it's the Red Zone. That's a set it and forget it thing. They don't have to put any thought into this. They know it's already an established hit. They don't need to tweak it. They don't need to worry about it. They just throw it on there and let it do its thing. The NFL isn't going anywhere with popularity. This is cutting to the meat of the NFL. Just the red zone drives, the touchdown drive, likely touchdown drives. Somebody's going to score. Some high drama is going to happen. It's basically a Chinese buffet with only the crab legs and the meat, no rice, no vegetables. It's an absolute winner, and acquiring this was huge for ESPN.
Absolutely. Andy, Shedeur Sanders had a nice outing in his first action as a Cleveland Brown. How much weight do you put in on rookie performances during the preseason?
I guess I don't. For a player that's trying to make the team, they're huge. It's absolutely, it can't be overstated. It's huge. I mean, this is where they are completely judged. Shedeur Sanders has a high enough profile that he's going to get multiple looks in the preseason. But if he's good, this is a guy that was drafted in the 5th round. I mean, he's not guaranteed really anything with that team. So it is really big for him. It's not quite the same as an unknown getting this kind of stuff done. But if you come out there and you have anything to prove, and he does, he's got a lot to prove, and you prove it a little bit in one of these games, I don't care how early it is, everybody's watching. It's a big deal.
I don't put much into it, but I think it's the extremes that I do pay attention to. If somebody looks completely overwhelmed, or if somebody looks really sharp, like Shedeur Sanders did look really sharp, I think it does resonate more than just like something of a performance that maybe you expected. But the defenses, the talent on the field, and the coverages and disguised coverages, the difference between preseason games and what you see in the regular season, it is a significant difference. But this, for Shedeur Sanders to look like the guy Mel Kiper kept saying all night, well, for 2 or 3 nights, how good he was and that he was being passed over, I think that was eye-opening a little bit, but it's really early.
All right, last one here, Murph. AD is off to Okoboji for the first time. Where in Iowa have you not visited that you would like to?
Ooh, I have been almost everywhere in Iowa, but I have not been to Okoboji, at least other than just a quick drive-through. So I guess I would say Okoboji. I'd go up there and join AD.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel like I've been just about everywhere. I would like to do some fishing on the Mississippi River way up there on the Minnesota border. Those are like pool 9, pool 11. They're supposed to be really good with just every kind of species to fish for. And it's a really pretty part of the state. Southwestern Wisconsin's beautiful as well. Like, what is it? Lansing is up there. It's right on the river. I like those little towns way up in the northeastern corner. I've been to Decorah. Decorah is awesome. It's such a cool town. But even farther to the east, right on the river, I'd like to go there.
There's not much left we haven't made it to with RV TV, and we're going to hit a couple of towns this time that'll expand even more. So thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for being in, Aiden. Send your Grimaldi's fan photos to Murph_Andy at iowaeverywhere.com. It's presented by Grimaldi's Coal Brick Oven Pizzeria in West Des Moines and the district at Prairie Trail in Ankeny. Each Friday we give a $50 gift card away to one of our followers just for sending in a fan or family photo. This week, Chad Ingalls. Here he is at Fenway Park with Cullen and Colton. They're looking for Boston Bobby. Did not find him, but I'm sure they enjoyed their night at Fenway Park other than all the money they spent.
Yeah.
That is one expensive place.
Not a cheap trip.
Yeah, and the seats are small. But,
it looks tight.
Yeah, they are small seats there. They were built a long time ago. Thank you for sending that in. I bet you had a great time. It is time for the Andrew Downs audio drop of the day. We call it the AD Squared, and it's presented by Game Day Men's Health.
Yeah, you want to take a look at somebody that's making tee shots work. Have you seen Williams lately? Williams looks great. I had lunch with him last week. I mean, he's cut a whole bunch of weight. Clearly, he's hitting the weights as well. Williams, this is the best Chris Williams has ever looked. I think he gives a lot of credit to Game Day too. Check out Chris Williams.
Geez, sound like got a little bit of a man crush.
I did kind of. I was a little envious when I saw him. Yeah, he really looks good right now. He's worked hard, but he gets a big boost from Game Day.
All right, guys. IA Football asked high school players if they could identify the cover athlete of the NCAA 2014 video game, and the results will make you feel very old.
Not a clue, not gonna lie.
All right, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Chris Johnson?
Oh my. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Oh.
Not a guess.
Desmond Watson.
Lamar Jackson.
Ooh. DeAndre Hopkins.
You gotta hold the mic up.
Cam Ward.
Not a clue. Not gonna lie.
Hold your mic up.
Donovan Edwards.
Ooh.
Bryce Underwood.
Denard Robinson.
Boom. Okay.
I forgot it. Holy crap. Denard Robinson.
I'm surprised any of those kids got Denard Robinson. That's not exactly a household name in 2025.
I that's who I thought it was. I had to look it up though to make sure that I was right. Yeah, we've forgotten about him.
Wow. That was 2014. Yeah, not that long ago.
No.
Quickie poll results presented by WCI Pools and Spas.
Yeah, let's check out the result here, brought to you by WCI Pools and Spas. Of these two polls, to which do you pay more attention? 81% say it's the AP poll. Somehow the coaches poll did manage to pull 19%.
We've got a lot of coaches watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to vote for the coaches poll.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for being part of Murph and Andy here on a Monday. We appreciate it. We appreciate you supporting local media on Iowa Everywhere. Please like and subscribe. Invite your friends to the party. I think we have a two guys coming up tomorrow, right? They didn't have their Monday show today, so coming up tomorrow. Overthinking will be out tomorrow. We already have a new Legends and Listeners breaking down what they saw Saturday. That is in your feeds now. And we're back Wednesday. We hope you are too.